What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. Hi, my name is Chungu, and if you haven't already, please click the subscribe button. Don't forget to like this video, and don't forget to share it with anyone that you can. So, from the title, you already know what this video is about. I'm not going to waste any time. Let's just get into it. I just like to say thank you so much for getting me to 860 subscribers. Our family keeps growing, and I hope you can keep sharing my links and keep sharing my videos so that more people can discover this channel. Yeah, so I had actually wanted to do this video sometime last year. I just don't know why I never got around to doing it. So while I was going through my notebook, like where I jot down video ideas, I came across it, and I'm like, yeah, I think this could be a good time to do the video, because just yesterday or the day before, I think I was having a moment of like self-realization and self-evaluation, and there's some things that I discovered about myself that I didn't like, and it's related to today's topic. So yeah, firstly, you know, when you're in your 20s, you're already going through a lot personally, right? Firstly, there's a lot of growth going on. Not that there wasn't growth going on in your teen years or whatever, but like there's a lot of growth going on. You have the pressure of knowing that majority of the decisions that you make in this decade have a direct impact on your near future, not your far future, but your very near future, right? You have the added pressure of feeling like you have to get yourself together, or you have to know exactly what you want to do in the next 2 years, in the next 3 years, in the next 4 years. You have the pressure of feeling like you just want to get it all together, you know, like you want to feel put together, and you want your life to feel together. But it doesn't always feel like that. It always feels like there's a lot going on and very little is going right. But that's because we are constantly looking at it from within the turmoil. I feel like if you take a step back and look at it from the bigger picture, you see that there are actually a lot of things that are falling into place, right? So you have that confusion going on. I'm gonna keep looking this side because I wrote some of the points down on the board. Yeah. You also have the added issues of the fact that you're constantly busy. Maybe you have school going on, or if you're done with school, you have work that is already giving you enough pressure. You know what I mean? And then you also are constantly going through the cycle where every time you go on social media, you're being told that these are the best years of your life. You have to enjoy them. You have to be living your best life. And nothing in your life at the moment looks like your best life. So you're constantly asking yourself if you're doing something wrong, because why aren't you seeing these best years of your life? Like, why aren't you in those best years at that moment? You know what I mean? If you're anything like me and you're an overthinker, then you're constantly overthinking every small thing, right? You have, well, I have a really hard time making friends. Like, I feel like in my teenage years, I loved the idea of meeting new people and just like getting to know people, getting to make new friends. But in my 20s, I'm stuck. I'm stagnant. Majority of the time, I feel like I don't need new friends. I'm okay with the ones I already have. So I'm not always open to meeting new people. And it's just, I just don't have time to deal with the cattiness that comes with like meeting certain people, or like constantly overthinking, does she like me? Is she thinking some type of way about me? Or if it's a male friend, does he like me? Does he think I'm snobby? Does he think I'm rude? Because I constantly have to have this thing when I meet new people where I have to explain that I'm not a rude person or I'm not a mean person. It's just how my face is. Majority of the time, I can't control what's going on. I don't even know that there's something mean going on my face, right? And it gets exhausting. It's just like, I don't want to continue like to constantly have to keep explaining myself. So why don't I just stick with what I already have, like the people that already know me, you know what I mean? And yeah, so now to get to the point of the friendships, right? I realized that because I already had a lot of these things going on, I was having very little patience in terms of like patience with my friends, right? If I felt like I was giving 110% and I was getting 40% back, I immediately took a step back because I didn't feel like I needed to exert that much energy into something that wasn't returning it to me, right? Um, I constantly felt like if in years past we had a certain way of communicating, like maybe we couldn't go a week without talking, or you always used to come to me with any issues that you had, and I always used to come to you with any issues that I had, and we would talk it through and feel much better, and that didn't happen anymore. I immediately felt like, oh, okay, this friendship is done. They clearly are ready to cut me off, and you know how I'm an overthinker. So every small thing, it's like if I text you and I feel like your tone of response is just, it's off, or I feel like it's forced, I immediately never want to contact you again, right? And then it's like the other day when I was thinking about it, this is not the first time I thought about it though, because something had happened previously that also made me realize that, right? Like some time back, I had been going through something and I was feeling really bad because I constantly kept saying none of my friends even check on me, like none of them even like care to see if I'm okay, right? And then it took me it took something happening for me to realize that we all have things going on in our lives, you know what I mean? In as much as I was going through something, my friends could have also been going through something as well, maybe something even more than what I was going through, right? And it took me a minute to realize that I kept waiting for them to take the initiative to come and check on me and see how I was doing and make sure that everything was okay with me, but I wasn't taking the time to do that, like I wasn't taking the time to reciprocate that energy. And I still had that attitude of, I checked on her the last time, why can't she check on me this time, you know what I mean? But it, like, I had to check myself and say, like, we're not 16 anymore, you know what I mean? Like, we have things going on, we're busy. I can't constantly, keep thinking, oh, she checked on me last time, I should check on her this time. Like, even if I check on you 3 times, I love you, I'm going to do that, right? Like, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So yeah, now let me just like break down what I realized and like what's helping me navigate friendship in my 20s, because at the end of the day, the friendships I'm making now, I would like these to be friendships that I still have in years to come. Like I would want these to be friends that my kids get to know. I would want these to be friends that, like, in future, if I'm building something, I can make investments with these people because I built a friendship with them and I kept it going, right? So I constantly think of those things, and I guess that's why I overthink the friendship thing. Yeah, so anyway, the first point is you need to give yourself grace and you need to give your friends grace, right? You are going through a lot and they're equally going through a lot. You can't constantly have these expectations held over their heads, and they similarly can have those expectations held over your head, right? Anytime you have the chance to check on someone, just do it. Don't keep questioning when was the last time they checked on you, how their tone was. Like, just do it, right? At the end of the day, it takes two people to make something work, And the second point is, as people grow, things change. Then I might have been the person that everyone, or like certain people constantly came to if they were going through something and they wanted to talk about it, right? But I've realized that now I have people that I go to about certain problems. Like if I'm having issues in academics that I am trying to figure out how to navigate, I have like certain friends that I go to talk to about that. If I'm having issues in, say, I'm overthinking about the future, or I'm having a hard time just being in the now, I have certain friends that I can go to talk to about that, right? If I'm, say, having issues with even friends, I have certain friends that I can go talk to about that. It's like I just have, like, you now have a person for certain things. It's not one person that you can go to about everything, and that's okay. Like, it doesn't have to be a big deal. It's okay. And also, we're growing, sometimes we grow apart, and that's fine. If at any point your friend is growing up and they feel like you are not headed in the same direction, allow them to be able to grow in the direction that they want to go. Don't ever be that person that holds someone back because you have history. It's like, let it go, you know. I also realized that we tend to be more gracious to people we're in relationships with than in our friendships. Like, this man may have cheated on you 4 times, but you'll be able to take him back, right? Your friend refuses to answer your call 1 time and you want to cut her off. Are you serious? Like, like if you can see a reason to keep forgiving this person, this man that keeps disrespecting you over and over and over and over again, why wouldn't you see a reason to give your friend Grace that you've known for years, that has been there for you through countless situations? Like, and also, it's just, your lives are not the same as they used to be. Say your friendship started when you were 10 years old, right? And now you're like 23, 24, 25. You don't expect your lives to be the same as they were then. Honestly, friendships were easier when we were in primary school and high school because we were always together, right? But then now it's like life has taken you in different directions and you can't always be in the same vicinity, in the same room, and that's fine. You know, like, just try to make it work as best as you can, but don't hold the friendship to the ideals of when the friendship first began. That's unreasonable and that's very unrealistic. Like, and I'd like probably get into my next point is, don't be stuck in the past. Like, don't be stuck in the memories of the past. Don't be stuck in that one, you know, good moment that you had with this particular friend that you failed to you failed to see the negativity or the toxicity in the current situation, right? And also, don't be stuck in the negativity that happened then that you failed to see that, like, maybe the person is changing or you are changing, which means the dynamic of your relationship can equally change, right? Like, be open to change, basically. Be open to see what's going on and what's not going on, okay? Yes. And then the last point is priorities change as you are growing up. Maybe in your 30s, your priorities then change to your family being before your friends. Like, things keep changing as you are growing up. So your friendships also need to be flexible enough to allow for that, right? Like, maybe your friend has decided to put something else above you. That's fine. You should never at any point place yourself at a certain level in someone's life before they put you there. Act accordingly to where they've put you. You know, don't add unnecessary stress to your. We have enough going on. You don't need to add more to your plate. Like, just honestly, just constantly give yourself a chance to reevaluate your life. You know, reevaluate yourself, and then act accordingly. Don't be shy to be able to notice some of the negative traits that you have that make it hard to be your friend or that make it hard to be around you. It's easy to be able to notice those things in other people, but also don't fail to take the time to notice that in yourself. I notice a lot of negative things in myself that I am still trying to work on, you know? So yeah, that's the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you got a gem or two from this video, and I hope it was helpful for someone, or even a timely video for someone. Please don't forget to share this video with anyone that you can, and don't forget to like it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. I love you.